Hello, good evening, welcome. Hey Davida on YouTube, how are you doing? Welcome in to what can only be described as an exciting end to this series. We are at the very end, the last race, the finale at Barcelona. We have got a championship to finish, 2 championships in fact, and I'm going to run through the standings before we get into anything else. I hope everybody's doing awesome tonight. I'll even put myself on for a little bit. Hello. Right, so very quickly cover that up. We have got in the GT3, we have got Mr. Edmondson, who has led from the start. Now look at that consistency. Round 1 first, round 2 first, round 4 first, round 5 first. The only one he's not won was round 3. He's sitting with 199 points. Now there's double points tonight. There is 80 points for the winner. However, for either Fran Garcia or Samuel Brackstad to be able to win, they need Edmondson not to finish. That is the only way that it can get done. I think maybe even if he's down the last second last place maybe, but he still gets 2 points even if he comes in dead last, which I don't think he is going to be. Second place, we have got Fran Garcia in the McLaren. Now if you look at this, 4 McLarens in the top 4. He is sitting with 148 points. We've got Samuel Brackstad tied in 3rd place with 148 points. Elias, unfortunately, he can't race tonight because of his internet, which is a huge shame. He's sitting on 87 points. We've got our very own Peter Romeo in the AMR Advantage and 83 points. So if Peter scores at least 4 points, he then is going to leapfrog into 4th place. I'm sure that's not how he'd want to do it. We have got Elias Fernando, no, that's who I just spoke about. We've got Dries Verhulst in P6 in the McLaren as well with 73 points. Our very own Dexter Cray, who's actually had to pull out to do stewarding duties tonight, sitting with 65. We've got Davide Mandalisi in the BMW M4 at 8th place with 54 points. And then we've got Uros Simchik in the Ferrari 296 and 50 points. And in 10th place we've got Bruno Battiglin in the M4 with 50 points. Let's switch over to the GT4 now, and this is a little bit closer. This could go right down to the very last lap. Callum Jones in the Ginetta GT4 with 157 points. We've got Lucas Lichten in P2 with the McLaren 570 with 1 point behind in 156. P3 we've got Lucas Hannock in the Porsche Cayman with 149 points. Graham Potter in 4th with the Mercedes 123. Unfortunately Graham can't race tonight, so that's a shame because Graham is a fast driver. We've seen that in previous races. We've got Eric Berg in P5 with his McLaren 570 with 104 points. P6 we've got Andreas Moberg with Alpine GT4 with 90 points. We've then got Tomas Wonder in P7 with Audi R8 GT4. He's 67 points. Number 8 is Gaz Gasolina in Alpine GT4. Did I miss someone out? Tomas Wonder in P7. I am so confused now. Gaz Gasolina in P8 with Alpine GT4, 67 points. Sal Mas in P9 with again Audi R8 with 56 points, and P10 Billy Stewart in the Ginetta GT4 with 47 points. Amazing. So I'm really excited for this because I genuinely think certainly the GT4s I think are going to really be pushing it. Now this is Barcelona, so this track is inherently hot. It destroys tyres on a daily basis, and it generally is just harsh. I think it's the only way to describe it. The curbs can cause possibility of a puncture. You've got so many things that could go wrong, and then you throw GT4 and GT3 into the mix. That is just, as you can see just now on the map, you know, there's only half the grid are out and it's looking very, very busy. So it's going to be good. This is going to be exciting stuff. We will crown a GT3 and a GT4 winner tonight at the end of the race. I also am going to put up something that is very close to our hearts. We have the charity event on Saturday, 10-hour race around Spa, and I want to officially reveal we are sitting with £589 in donations. That is grid placements, that is donations, that is merch being sold, you name it. It's everything rolled into the pot. 589. We can't thank you enough at TOGA. Our target for at the end of the race in total for the entire week would be 500. So before we've even turned a wheel in the race, we have surpassed our expectations, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated in whatever form you donated, and it doesn't matter how much it is. It could be £1. A bit of drifting there from Mr. Jones, but it doesn't matter. If you have donated, if you've done anything you have, even if you can retweet or tag us on social medias, we're normally just at TOGA Motorsport. We'd be so thankful. We have got amazing prizes. IMB Playware have basically given us a package of prizes to give. GT Omega have absolutely smashed it out of the park. They have donated a full ART sim rig with an RS6 seat. If you win the raffle, you get that seat delivered directly from GT Omega. They will cover the cost of postage as well. That is almost a £400 prize in itself. Just blows our mind. They have been so good to us. We want to thank them for all the hard work. What do you mean, what is that overlay? What's wrong with the overlay? I thought the overlay was good. What is that overlay? Are you talking about this? I hope not. Davida! Good luck in the race. When you announced that, it blew your mind. Honestly, I think we're still all in shock that we are sitting at 589. I genuinely flabbergasted, I think, is the only words to describe it. I'm going to leave it up there because I know tonight isn't a charity event, Saturday is, but I want everyone who watches this stream to know that we have an amazing and, in my opinion, the best community for giving that amount of money already. I mean, BRT, those guys donated €100 days ago, not even just today or yesterday, days ago. So, Peter, hi Mac, new mic? No, it's the same mic I've had for a while. It's a Shure 7 SMB or something like that, so it's an expensive mic for talking into it. I hope you're doing well, Peter. Good luck for tonight. Davida, thank you, Mac. I don't think it's going to be one of my best. Oh no. Neo over on Twitch. Hello, Neo. How are you doing? I hope you've had your dinner. I hope everything's going well this week for you. Oh, you're just confusing me on what chat you're on. Wow, amazing. Yes, so if you're on YouTube, please smash that like button. Please consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed, and please consider becoming a member on YouTube for the priceless sum of £2.99. We are coming out with some really good ideas, certainly for this year, for our members to say a thank you to everyone who does that. Every money that is made from, whether it's adverts, whether it's from members, whether it's from Twitch subscribes, goes into running costs, and there's a lot of running costs to be done. So if you're on Twitch, hit that follow, and if you want to hit that subscribe button as well. It would mean the world to us. Neil, you ignored me over there, so you came here. I don't know if you heard me, but I did acknowledge you. I just saw it because I was too busy prattling on. So we've got 5 minutes left of free practice, and then we're going to be straight into qualifying. How we do it here at TOGA Motorsport with the qualifying: GT4s go out for the first 14 minutes and do their qualifying. If they get over the start finish line with 13 minutes and 59 seconds left or done, then they can continue that lap. If they get over the start finish line after 14 minutes, then they must return to the pits as soon as possible, because the GT3s will be like a hungry pack of wolves at that white line in the pit lane, waiting to go out and get their laps done. That's how we do it here. It just makes things a bit more fair for everybody in every class. We then don't have carnage going on in the middle of qualifying. There may be enough carnage going on tonight. We all know turn 1 in Barcelona is just, well, it's almost a Monza, shall we say. So let's have a look and see who is. Fran Garcia at the moment is throwing caution to the wind, and I can go straight into the pits as soon as I go near them. We've got Samuel Brackstad, the big brain racing teammate of A. Edmondson. Look at that overlay. It's an amazing overlay, isn't it? It's beautiful. I spent all day making that overlay, folks, so I'd appreciate the love in the chat. I didn't. Oh man. Yes, our very own Hayden did that with his software skills, and as I say, it refreshes every minute, so if someone donates during tonight, that will go up. You will see it updating, which is great. We're going to be running it for the full 10 hours, so just before we run into qualifying, I want to go over what's going to happen on Saturday. So let me actually get the I did a schedule for my car and also a schedule for the commentators. So you're going to have myself and you're going to have Ches separate times. Ches, Ollie, Ryan, who's Hayden's brother, Sweebo, David Amandalisi and myself are in one car. We're in the BMW M4. So keep an eye out for that car. 99. I actually think, did I put it in here? Maybe I didn't. I don't really know where I put it. So certainly for the first 4 hours, you'll have me commentating. You might have Hayden jumping in. Oh, Ryan's practicing as we speak. Excellent. Justice for Ollie. Oh, Neo. We need to have a chat about this hashtag Justice for Ollie. So when those 4 hours are up, Ches will then take over the stream. If you're on YouTube, it'll be on to part 2, so you'll need to leave part 1 to go to part 2. If you're on Twitch, just wait, because it'll come back on automatically, fingers crossed. After 2 hours of my stint, I'll come back in and Ches will drop out and I'll cover the last 4 hours. See, I had to think about it. I actually had to count that there in my head. Let's see how it goes. I am so excited for it. I think it's going to be epic. You can at any point during the race, except for the last hour of the race, assign penalties by donating. So if I'm in the car and you decide, you know what, I think he deserves a little penalty, you donate for that penalty. It'll come up in the game, and you'll see the total going up. And I don't care how many penalties we get. I think it'll actually be quite funny how many penalties we get. In fact, the more penalties we get, the less I have to try and drive fast. It's a win-win situation. So get your wallets, get your purses, get your bank card, get whatever it is you hold your personal things in. We sure would love to see that money going up. This is for Cancer Research UK, and I am going to say this now. I don't know whether I will run with a webcam for the weekend, because I guarantee at one point I will be in tears, because I have had stories sent to me by people who want them read out, and I couldn't get through the stories without crying already. So that's not even heightened because we've got the race going and things like that. Myself personally, I'll be doing a very short video about how cancer's affected me and my family very recently as well, just in December. So yeah, we're going to have lots and lots of different messages. Things will be sad. We need to go through sad, but somebody might be going through something very similar to what I went through, or what Hayden went through, or what Owen went through. And to know that someone else has gone through that and is still here to talk about it, or able to talk about it, then that could make a huge difference. So it could, for that. The money goes straight to charity. We don't touch any of it. And it's Cancer Research UK. No one has said this, but for me, personally, when I see something that's maybe European based rather than UK based, I'm a little bit, I don't know. Any research which is carried out in the UK is shared worldwide. So you're not just helping the UK, you're helping worldwide. Everything gets shared because a common goal here is basically to one day have a pill that you take once and it kills any cancer in your body. That is the hope. And I hope one day I am alive to see that, because that would be amazing to have that. So it would. Right, race control, stop messing me about. Let me know what you think about the webcam. Not my face in particular, but do you think the webcam is helpful? Do you think it connects us a bit more, that you can actually see? Davida, we won't see anything about the 99's livery yet. No, we're not saying anything about our special livery. All I will say is Zeta absolutely smashed it out of the park. Peter, that's fun as hell. We did that one time with Renwelton. They raised €5,000 for charity that day. Hope we do the same here. Praying for it, Peter. Absolutely praying for it. Davida, we all hope so. Absolutely. Hayden is 100% with looking sexy. You liking the beard? Beard's almost at the length I'm looking for. Tippy Boss, you absolute legend. How are you? Long time no speak. I hope you're doing well. As Jadian, £589 is crazy. It is absolutely diabolical in an amazing way. So yeah, let me know how everybody is tonight. Let me know if there's any issues with the audio apart from it's my voice. Beer game is tight. Thank you, Hayden. Do you know, until last year I didn't know if I could grow a beard. Because I always had patches all over the place. Who knew? Who knew? Anyway, I do want to say a big thank you to... I don't know if this has been covered already. I wouldn't have thought so. When did we last stream? That would have been... I suppose you streamed yesterday. Anyway, Mr. Walker, Cobster, the Triple X personalities... Jonatina, Interspar, Oof, Muff SDR, Goms 12 TV, BRT Christian, No Will 27, and Aces for all following over on Twitch. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Mr. Abinson, hey, good luck to everyone on the track tonight. Good luck to yourself, sir. Good luck to you. I think there might be some people praying for a little malfunction with the car tonight for you, but I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. So I do. Good luck to you. You have driven immensely well for this entire championship. Older Drive, good evening. How are you? Hayden, GT Omega want to chat to us post charity race. Breaking news, I should have it along the bottom of the screen. You heard it himself. The man, the boss, has said GT Omega want to speak to us collectively at TOGA post-race. You need to be following, you need to be subscribed, because something might happen from this. Something might not. The only way to find out. Peter Romeo, perfect as usual, Mac. You absolute flatterer, you, Mr. Romeo. I'll take that every day of the week. I appreciate you. Yeah, absolutely. Good luck to Mr. Amundsen. Let's hope it will go as the rest of the races. Absolutely. Round 3 for some reason seems to be a glitch, and he came in second, so wow. Slowed down. But with some really good battles, yeah, absolutely. Mr. Kinloch, how are you doing? Nice beard, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's a little bit kind of Santa Claus meets, you know, Captain Birdseye, Mr. Pugwash, whatever you want to say, but you know, I'll take it. Keeps old chin warm. Amos, thanks to the same to Peter. Older drive is petrol. Do you know, I'm in my head, I'm racking my brain going, I'm sure Older Drive, I know him, but I couldn't remember. I'm sorry, Petrolhead. How are you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Davida, good luck. Guys, make sure you can watch you fight from behind. Right, let's have a quick look at the listings at the moment. So we've got Mr. Jones in P1 with a 153.3. We've then got Lucas Lichten in P2, Mass P3, and Mr. Berg in P4 at the moment. A 153.3, I am going to shame myself. That is almost the time I do in a GT3. So, wow. Yeah, absolutely. Kinloch, Santa Claus does 139 in Barca. Oh my goodness, no. Jeez, oh. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Peter. It is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. The top 4 are all showing green at least half a second faster than their times. With Eric Berg, who we are following just now, is 2.8 seconds ahead. It's not going to be enough to put him into P1, but it's sure it is going to get him closer. Look at that, almost 3. He did reach 3 seconds. In fact, it was. Sorry. I was looking at Mass's number. So Eric Berg and Jones basically swaps again. So Jones is not for letting this go. Eric is already 2/10 up yet again, and I think, yeah, there's Jones in the pink Ginetta just behind him. Eric is absolutely pushing at McLaren to the limit. You can hear the tyres squealing, so you can. Right, let me put this off so we can all be sensible and professional. I mean, this is interesting. So we've only got one GT4 which isn't out yet, and that's Wonder in the 527 Audi. So we only have 6 GT4s, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we do tend to find the first race, if it's a multi-class, we get lots from GT3 and GT4, and then near the end it just kind of tails off. You know, people have lives, commitments. I'm not knocking anyone who's had to pull out, but it just seems to be the way it is. Hayden said in a driver briefing that it may change. We may lose GT4 and go to GT2, which, as we saw with the Red Bull Ring 6-hour drive, that was really interesting. So it was. Yeah, absolutely. Smash a like. If we get to 15 likes, I will. I don't know. I'll do another funny accent. I'll try. I don't know. If we hit 15, I'll come up with something to do. Tippy Boss, yeah, you doing good, Mac? Thanks for asking. You're for one can't wait for the charity event. Going to be awesome to watch. Are you racing in it, Tippy? Petrolhead, you're good, thanks. Excellent. Oh, round that number up to 600. Wow. £11 away from 600. Kinloch, shave your beard. Do you know how long it's taken to grow this beard? Honestly. Oh, yeah, okay. Right, here's a deal for you. I don't know how many's watching just now. If we reach 20 likes on the YouTube video, I will donate and put that money up to £600. There you go. That's something for you to consider. So get smashing that like button. 15 likes, beer. Oh man. It's not even. Do you know? I'm not even going into grooming details and things like that. I was going to go into a whole rabbit hole there. So let's have a look now that we're coming down to. It's almost been 10 minutes since they've started. Jones is just pipping Eric Berg at every opportunity. Eric is 1/10 behind, but unfortunately he's not improving this time. Hannick in P3 still not improving, but we do have Mass, who was improving, but unfortunately has stopped on track somewhere or has come off the track in the 202 Audi. Wonder has now come out and Eric Berg into the pits. Okay. Here's Wonder in the orange Audi. Davida, you're afraid it will take a lot more than that for Max B. Oh my! Do you know it would need to be? It would need to be hundreds of likes, so it would. And even then, I don't. Do you know? I think I would look absolutely bizarre without it now because I've got used to seeing it every day. So. Jones up in the ante a little bit with Eric Berg. Eric has returned to the pits. Now I don't know if Eric is coming out of the pits, so he's done a quick change. Poor Mac, let him alone. Thank you, Davida. So yeah, Jones the only one showing green at the moment. Wonder is 1.6 seconds up at the moment. So can they throw a little spanner into the works? Just coming down to the last corner now, out onto the straight. 1.7 seconds. Can he reach 1.8? No, not quite. Into 5th place, knocking Mass into 6th. So he's found a good chunk of time. You know, 1.8 seconds round this track is not easy to find, especially in a GT4. 100 likes and Mac has to grow curly hairs. Oh, I have to stop shaving my head for a month. That would look like kiwi or something by the end of it. All patchy and not a good look. Wonder continuing to improve, and it looks like Hannick has got some kind of edge. As I say that, he's now losing all his time. Commentator's curse, I do apologise for that. Wonder again, 0.3 quicker than his last lap. Why does the timing always... There we go. Apologies for that. I did have it set up but in the practice server. So actually, we have 4 out of the 6 improving on times. Jones is 0.2 up on his fastest lap at the moment. Let's have a quick look at Jones just to see if he can absolutely put himself onto P1 without any arguments from anyone else. Tippy, nah, you're not going to be racing as your wheel has been sent away for an upgrade, so you're not racing for a while. Oh, Tippy, man, it'll be good once it's back. Are you able to say what kind of upgrade you're getting on it? Davida, Jones is doing GT3 lines and a GT4 and manages to make it work. He has driven the wheels off that Ginetta in every single race that he's done this season. He's just far... Do you know what I mean? He's surpassing, you know, my times in a GT3 car. I mean, look how he just... Oh, that may have been a track limit warning. He is nearly 0.5 up. Let's see if that was a valid lap. It was a valid lap, a 152.7. What A 1:52.7. I would struggle to meet that time. He is 5/10 ahead of Eric Berg. Now, Eric is improving round about 2/10 at the moment. The rest, not really. Now, we're coming down to the last minute or so of their qualifying. Can't wait to get him into TOGA Esports. Oh, man, honestly. Absolutely outstanding. Eric Berg is really putting a charge on. It's not going to be enough to take P1, but he is going to better his cause. He is actually faster in the first sector than Jones, and a 1:53.0. So he is taking almost half of his time out of Jones there. Yeah, I mean, Eric Berg absolutely on the charge. Hannick has decided he's had enough. He is in the pits, and we're just waiting for GT4 to finish their laps. But that was outstanding, and Eric's still quickest in Sector 1 by 4/10. So if he can connect it all together. Hey Dexter, how you doing over on Twitch? You've not got the special overlay on. Oh, you do? I'm blind. Staring at spreadsheets that's done it to you, Dexter. I hope you're doing well. Davida, what a lap. Yeah, honestly, that is just mind-boggling. Lucas Lichten is now 1/10 up, but unfortunately it's not really going to make a huge amount of difference at the moment. He's now 2/10 up, so he is getting quicker. That is, I always love his livery. It's amazing. Schweebo! Tippy, Magnetic Sim Shifter Z Hybrid McLaren GT3 Evo. Oh my goodness. Basically new paddles. Is it Fanatec you've got, Tippy? I keep forgetting. How you doing, Schweebo? I hope you're well. So that is the end of the GT4 qualifying. Callum Jones, P1 with a 1:52.7. Eric Berg, 3/10 behind. Lucas Lichten, he is 4/10 behind. Hannick in P4 with his Porsche. Wonder in his Audi with a 1.3 seconds behind, and we've got Mass bringing up the rear on the GT4s. We're just watching Peter just letting everyone else run ahead. This is going to be pretty interesting. I mean, you know, the man we're looking for is Edmondson. He has been, without a shadow of a doubt, the fastest driver that you can imagine. A little bit kick oversteer there just as he was coming in, and look, they're all backing up now, so this is them getting ready, getting a bit of space between them, and ready to go. And here he goes. So he absolutely plants the right foot and away he goes. A little bit squirrely, but he's obviously steering and accelerating at the same time. He wants to get the best drive possible because this is a long straight. Got quite a few yellow flags. I don't know if that's just people who are going very slowly, if there's been an issue, but Amundsen using every part of the track, which is allowed. Look at him getting tucked in, that rotation on the McLaren just looking amazing. Now, does he lift as he goes round? If he did lift, I didn't hear it. Oh, I don't know if that was track limits or not. It's certainly a red number at the moment, so we shall need to wait and see for that. But just looking at the lines he's taken, he's using every part of the track, he's hitting every apex, he's getting that car rotated as quickly as possible, and look at the car fishtailing as the power is going on. Tippy, yes, you've got Fanatec. Have they said how long it's going to be before you get your wheel back? Schwebo, you're well, excellent, glad to hear it. One of my teammates for Saturday. So let's see who in the GT3s is going to cross the line first Fran Garcia maybe? Yeah, it certainly looks like he might be the first over the line. Oh no, there's it looks like maybe an Aston in front of him. But Fran Garcia was quick and has been quick. He's just not had the consistency behind him to be able to do that. A 1:44.0, and instantly Samuel Brackstad knocks him off of P1 with 0.05 of a second difference. Miazza coming in with McLaren in P3, Selin in the 88 Ferrari 296. I've got Battaglan in P5. So this is looking really good for a very close battle. Peter Romeo looks like he's just coming round the last sector now. I think Peter had slowed down for everyone. Everything's jumping. I can't get to anybody just now. We have got Davide Mandolisi in P6. Battaglan falls to P8 now. We've got Shoulders, who is in P9. Miazza has managed to put himself right up there in the contention. Peter Romeo with a P3. That is outstanding. The top 4 are in the 144s. That is how close this is. Outstanding driving from everyone. But at the moment, Edmondson under a little bit of pressure. He's not been able to get a valid lap yet. Oh, that looks like track limits again from him. Now he is really pushing at McLaren, but is he pushing it too much? How you doing, Billy? Good to see you. I hope you're well. So yeah, it's unusual to see Edmondson not setting the quickest lap. We've got 9.5 minutes left. I mean, there's plenty of time for him to do it. He's maybe just getting things dialed in. He's maybe just getting the tyres warm. 33 degree track temperature. I don't think you really need to do many laps to get them warm, but beautifully clean out of the chicane, nice drive down, and basically just looking to match the revs for the gears. That is all he's looking to do just now. Have a look about, make sure he's all settled, and then he'll move to the left so that his right hand tyres are on the curb, the red and white curb, which is absolutely allowed. There's no issues about that. Samuel Brackstad, one of Edmondson's teammates, sitting in P1 with a 1:43.7. Fran Garcia in P2, 0.2 behind. But Peter Romeo in P3, Verhulst P4, Miazza P5. Edmondson is now in P6. Now, has he had a bit of a shocking lap? Because he's a 1:45.1. At the moment, he is 1.5 seconds behind. Billy, you're well, thanks. You're just running a bit late. You're the slow Ginetta guy. Well, meet the slow GT3 guy. That'd be me. So you're in good company. So you are. At the moment, Samuel is actually on the cusp of increasing his lead. Garcia is back in the pits already. So Garcia trying to do something with his setup. We've got Peter Romeo, who's not even a third of the way through his lap, very close to the time he's setting just now. Verhulst in P4 in the number 4 McLaren is almost 0.5 up. Now that is going to be interesting if he can knock that McLaren into the top 3. Airy Fastale up into P5, a yellow flag showing. It looks like he's stopped and returned to the pits. Edmondson still sitting in P7 at the moment. I'm not seeing any times for him either. He's back in the pits. Our championship leader is back in the pits in P7. He knows the pressure's not on him. You know, he has a 50-point lead at the moment, but purely his pride, he'll want to win. He's won 4 out of 5 races already. Verhulst unfortunately Verhulst has put himself into P3 now, knocking Peter Romeo to P4. So that was an outstanding lap from Verhulst. I do apologise that I missed that. Mandolisi is on a bit of a charge, although it now looks like his time's slowly dropping off. He's having to manage the tyres in that M4, I would think. trying not to get it to slide round. We have someone who's 5/10 up at the moment. Oh no, not like that, not like that. Folero? Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. He was 5/10 up until hitting a big yellow sausage curb at the chicane. Does anyone else wish we had the F1 track without the chicane, or does everybody love the chicane? Let me know in the chats. Billy, yes, some very fast drivers. I am telling you, there's some very close to alien times, and consistent as well. So Edmondson back out on track, ready to get round and get his lap started. Top 4 are looking green at the moment, not by a huge advantage, but we've got Verhulst who's got a yellow flag, so I don't know if he's returning to the pits. Oh, that was on the edge of everything there. That was the edge of physics, that was the edge of tyre adhesion, that was an edge of everything. So it was, I don't know if he was testing coming into the pits or not. Let's have a quick look at this. Might get a better view from here. Oh, that's maybe why he's went to the pits. The car basically has pointed him to the pits. So he's went, okay, fair enough, I'll do that. But look, just getting fishtail all over the place. And trust me, you don't want to be sideways in the pits. That is the unfortunate worst thing that could happen to you. Samuel Brackstad back into the pits. David Mandalese is put himself up into P5. Garcia is almost 2/10 up. That would put him into P1. Top 3 are McLarens. Peter with his Aston Martin, Davide with the M4, and then Airy Fasttail with the Aston Martin in P6. We're looking to see, let's have a look at Edmondson as he basically tries to drive the wheels off of that McLaren. Sitting in P8 at the moment, which is unusual for him. We haven't seen him anywhere lower than second in any of these qualifyings or championships. George Stevens putting himself into P13, which is good to see. Mr. Van der Spoe in P12 at the moment. He has returned to pits. McLaren getting a little bit sideways there as he comes on. Someone's already destroyed all of the boards there. That's usually a first lap thing that happens. Hard on the brakes, let the car float in with a little bit of trail braking. It always feels so slow. That Lambo doing so well getting out of the way. Vandenbroek has shown a yellow flag. I don't know if he's went off track. Yeah, he's still going, so he's maybe just had an off. But Edmondson, so here we go. He only has 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to nail his name to the top of this grid. Full on the power. He has shown 7/10 quicker. Puts himself into P5, and I mean that's a 1:44.3. That is not a time to be sneezed at. He has got a bit of traffic ahead. It looks like George Stevens in Honda ahead of him. George is a veteran of driving and stewarding, so he will, if he sees he's getting caught, he will obviously move out the way. Everybody out on track at the moment. Some improving, some not improving as much. Edmondson is 1/10 up, 1.5 tenths up. He has really got a bit of time under him there, but it looks like he's lost some of that time, so a little bit of pressure. But in the top 5, 4 of them are McLarens. Now we are using a BOP. I don't know if it's the LFM BOP or if it's another BOP, but we are using a BOP to try and make these cars more competitive against each other. So he is slightly catching George, but I don't think George is really going to be an issue for him. But George stays well out of the way. Beautiful work there, Mr. Stevens. Pit skill, thank you. Thank you, Hayden. So we're using pit skill BOP for this. Trying to get the power on without oversteer going on. He is 4/10 up, 5/10 up this time. He is getting very close to time. He is going to pop himself into P2. This would be enough to pop him into P3. Hard on the power now, trying to steer as straight as possible, if that makes sense. And he does, up into P3. Now he's got his eye in, as they say. He has got himself dialed in. He is going to just send this time. He has only got one lap left. He doesn't have enough for another lap. This needs to be the lap of his life to get him onto P1. Fran Garcia in P1 is a little bit up, not quite a tenth up on his time. Samuel Brackstad not able to improve on his time. Verhulst, a little improvement, but not much. At the moment, we've got Shoulders, who's down in 15th, who is, he was 5/10 up. That's commentator's curse again. We've got Seelan showing a yellow flag in the 88 Ferrari, and he's returned to pits. So at the moment, Edmondson is 1.5 tenths up as he goes. BMW getting out of the way of the flying McLaren. Looks like just within track limits there. Moving over to the right hand side, looking for his braking point. Hard on the brakes, look at the nosedive. Trail braking in, bringing the car round. And then hard on the power, keeping within track limits, going over the curb, and then slowing the car down for this slow right-hander that feels it goes on forever. Hard on the power, back over as far as he can, braking, let the car drift over, and then get moved over to the right for the chicane. If you hit this chicane beautifully, it feels just like threading the eye of a needle at 100 miles an hour. Hard on the throttle. He is going to take P1. He is going to take P1. There he goes. He takes P1. 143.5. Fran Garcia is going to have the last laugh here. Fran Garcia is 3/10, almost 4/10 up. He just has this last section of corners. Sorry, I completely forgot what I called those bendy things on the track. My mind went blank. So again, he's trying to replicate the exact same. Bring the car over as quickly as possible. Get on the brakes when it's straight. And a little bit of oversteer there just as he's trying to get the power on. He has lost all of the time that he had gained. He had enough in the tank to take P1. But unfortunately, P2 is what he's going to have to accept. What a qualifying. I'm going to run through the grid very quickly. I'm going to take a very quick break to have a drink. So P1, we've got Edmondson. Now that's not a big surprise, but it was a shock how he did it. We've got Fran Garcia, who was pipped at the post by 1/10 of a second. Samuel Brackstad in P3. Great to see Samuel up there in P3. We've got Verhulst P4. Peter Romeo P5. Ari Fasttail in P6. Davide Mandolese P7, we've got Miazza in P8, and we've got Bruno Battinglen in P9. We've got Van den Broek in P10 in his Lamborghini, Seelan in the 88 Ferrari in P11, Van der Spee in the treble 6 Porsche in P12. We've got our very own George Stevens in the 100 Honda, it's not easy to say, in P13. We've got Fulerio, I hope I've said that right. In P14, we've got Shoulders in P16. I don't know if someone's actually just dropped out there. In the GT4s, we've got Kevin Jones. Why did I say Kevin? Where did Kevin come from? Callum Jones. We've got Eric Berg in P2. We've got Lucas Lichten P3. Lucas Hannock P4. Wonder P5. Mass P6. And Billy Stewart in P6. 7, 2, 4. Why are people making things complicated for me? Billy Stewart and P7 on the GT4s. So we have, we've got Moberg and P8 in the GT4s. So we've had some late joiners. 23 car grid for this race. Now, does anyone want to say, out of either championship, who they think's going to win it? I think the GT3, and this is no offence to anyone, but I think the GT3 is a little bit more straightforward, but the GT4 is wide open. If you are a betting person, I'm not encouraging you to gamble, but if someone forced you to make a decision, who do you think is going to win in GT4? So we have 1.5 minutes left. We then go to formation lap, which is a full lap of Barcelona. We then go to a rolling start. Jones, Hayden, that's a good shout. I think you're probably on the button for that one. Callum is just so good and consistent as well. So it'll be a rolling start. Everybody will be in the grid formation. And if within the first two sectors 20% of the grid are involved in a collision, then the race will be red flagged, and it'll come up in the chat window, red flag, red flag, red flag. Everyone returns to the pits slowly, and then they'll wait. The stewards will then analyse what's happened on the spreadsheet. They will then restart the server. At this point, we'll go back to where we are. It'll be a second lap around Barcelona information, and then it'll be green light. If there's another incident the same as a first, there is no second red flag. We basically are racing. If you're involved in a collision, then it's unfortunate, but we don't have enough time tonight to keep going on a red flag constantly, and I don't think it is fair to do that either to any of the drivers. But the racing here has been phenomenal. I cannot believe I've only been with TOGA for I think about 6 months, and I can't believe the difference in driving standards from when I joined to now. We rarely actually have, and I'm going to jinx this now, we rarely have a red flag in a start, including the rookies. The rookies last season had no red flags at all in any race. So yeah, I mean, the driving standards is just amazing. You can see how fast the drivers are. Oh no, there's somebody went into the wall. What on earth has happened? What? That was a McLaren by the looks of it. Was it GT? No, it was whoever just went flying past there. Was it me? It was Miazza. Miazza absolutely front into the wall. Interesting. I don't know if he just got a little bit too excited on the loud pedal. Casper, we had a red flag in the first rookie race this season. Oh, did you? Oh, yes, you did. I was going to say I don't know who commentated that night. Hayden, myself commentated. That's right, yeah. So it happens, and it might not happen again in the rookie season, or it might happen every single time. We just don't know. There's new drivers joining us every single day, and we all started somewhere. You know, I actually started, you know, racing on the PlayStation 1 with a controller. There was no force feedback, there was no nothing. And you know, we've progressed to like sim rigs, we've progressed to, you know, wearing sim gloves, sim shoes. You know, the technology has moved on so far, and it's just amazing. So I have talked all the way through what I said was going to be a quick drink break. We did, I hope not, lol. Casper, yep, and a massive crash as well on the restart. So please remember, smash that like button. If I get 20 likes on this video, I will make sure the charity donation reads £600. Okay, we are ready to race. Looking at the gantry, try and get the red lights in our vision, getting ready to absolutely nail that throttle. just keep him in formation. And there we go with green. We are racing. And it looks like Samuel Braxad has got an amazing drive out of there. He's got a better start than his colleague. And look at this, 2 McLaren side by side, Fran Garcia. And it looks like maybe 3. Samuel Braxad has got the optimum line. He needs to be careful. There's a touch. Peter Romeo gets a touch. It doesn't look like it's affected too many people, but there's another one in the back. So, Frank Garcia, and amongst me watching every car that's going on, has taken a P1. He has passed Edmondson. Now, let me just see if I can... Oh, I went way far too back. We'll get a look at the restart anyway and see what happened. I think that was Miazza again, who tagged Peter Romeo. Luckily it didn't affect him, but look at this drive Samuel Braxad has off the line. He just seems to have got there quicker, and look at that. I mean, Edmondson at the moment is just a sitting duck. Samuel Braxad having to go past 2 of them to get the outside line. Now look at Fran Garcia and Edmondson, who is actually going to outbrake each other here. And look at that, enough room left. Oh! Now that was absolutely, whether it was justified or it was absolutely right, but Fran Garcia had the racing line. Edmondson, being a driver he is, maybe anticipated it enough that he slowed it down. So we're about to finish our first lap. Battaglan has just passed Airy Fasttail up into P8. And here we go. Garcia, Edmondson, Braxad and Verhulst in a pack of their own. We've got Davide Mandolese up into P5. We've got Peter Romeo in P6 and Vandenbroek in P7. Both of these cars quite well matched, but obviously the setup, and look at the difference on the brakes. Edmondson able to get that car stopped quicker and deeper into the corner, but it just looks like he's not got as much of a drive out the corner. There's a little bit of a gap now. These 3 stretching ahead. Verhulst now 1 second behind, and you can see, I don't know if Garcia is deliberately taking a different line, but it seems to work for him, so I'm not going to second guess him. Now this very tight turn, a very late apex. You can see Edmondson has already looked at Garcia's driving and decided where he is going to be faster. He is right on the back of that McLaren. Is this going to be a drag race down the back straight? Both McLarens, it looks like Edmondson just kind of backed out a little bit more than that, and it looks like Garcia might have a track warning for that, or certainly it would have flashed up. Down to the heavy braking. Edmondson again a little bit better on her brakes. Maybe his brake setup's a bit more forward than Garcia's, but at this time we have got a phenomenal finish to the GT3 and GT4 racing. Eric Berg is in P1 on the GT4s, Lucas Lichten in P2, and I'm just looking, Jones has fallen down. He looks like he's getting passed by a number of people. I don't know if he's had an issue or he's just playing things safe, but Shoulders has passed Mass to jump up to 22nd place. Let's get back to the leaders, because this, I think, is going to go on and on. There's a mandatory pit stop with fuel and tyres. So, oh, look how close Edmondson can creep right into the back bumper there of that McLaren. This is where he seems to lose a little bit of time, but he is absolutely on it this time. It's almost as if his tyres are optimum temperatures, brakes optimum heat, and he is on for a fight here. Garcia must be trying to hit every apex and just try and drive away from Edmondson, but we know Edmondson is such a good driver. Tighter now for Garcia. He was loose in the first lap, tighter this time. No time gained there for Edmondson. So down here, heavy braking, flick the car in, let it roll over the curbs, hard on the power, and take as much of the track as you can. You can see Garcia using every part of it. And again, yeah, Edmondson not backing off quite as much this time, but I think Garcia was a little bit more tentative. Whether he has had a track warning, that could be something that's in the back of Edmondson's mind as well. Put pressure on and see if it ends up with 3 track warnings. So we will need to wait and see. Let me know if you're enjoying the race so far. This is absolutely on point. If Carlsberg did racing, this would be it. So it is. And Garcia trying to pick his way through the chicane, get the power on, and try and make sure there isn't any kind of toe advantage getting taken by Edmondson. But Edmondson is there. If he had another half a straight to go, I think he probably would have been closer. But this is where he really excels in the braking. Closing right up. He's obviously got a different braking marker, or as I say, the setup's different. But this, he gets close, but I mean, Garcia is a good driver as well. Let's not forget that. Garcia sitting with a 144.1 in race spec, and he is holding the fastest lap at the moment. Both getting a great drive out there, and you can see Samuel Brackstad, he's not getting left behind. He's still there. The more Garcia and Edmondson are fighting, the more Brackstad it's playing into his hands. We see Celan getting past there on... Sorry, Miazza getting past Celan. I feel as if I've not stopped talking since the green flag. Yeah, Anders is... I feel he's either more confident on the braking, or he has his braking points down 2 millimeters. He's just keeping in front. 6 more likes, come on folks. 6 more likes and I'll make that charity donation read 600. Doesn't look like Edmondson got a good drive out there. He looks closer to Brackstad now than he does Garcia, and we can just see Verhulst kind of in a race of his own. Sorry, are you talking about Twitch, Hayden? You get me confused here. 3-horse race. Eddie Fasttail looking to get past Van den Broek into the braking area, and a slight disadvantage that he's going on this tighter line. You can see that advantage. Oh yeah, absolutely, I'd be happy to. I didn't want to muddy the waters, but no, I'm happy to. And look at this 3-way battle. Airy has made that stick. Well done, Airy. Good driving. But it looks like Van den Broek is trying to get back. Oh, and he does. Oh, side by side, doors getting banged, and does Airy lose? Oh no, the BMW, lots of oversteer. That's Battiglin going in towards the wall, unfortunately. Airy losing out, but he didn't lose another place. Let's have a look. Looking at Jones, he's down in 4th position at the moment. And Eric Berg, I mean, is just... He's not miles ahead, but he's certainly further ahead. We've got Lucas Lichten and we've got Hannock right behind him. Jones right behind him as well. Jones is trying to line these two up, trying to get past him so he can get back to Eric Berg and try to do something. As I say, I don't know if Callum had an issue or there was some sort of thing went on. I'm going to have a quick look at the reports just to see... 48. Nah, I'm not seeing anything so far. I'll have a look at the stewards file in a minute. What? Airy has a broken racing sim seat. Wow. Oh, wow. Is that not a new rig he's got? Look at this. Look how close this is. Jones just looking to try and get... Oh, this is very, very close. Lucas Lichten must be checking his mirrors constantly. Callum Jones really close to that Porsche now. Getting a lot closer. Ooh, that is not the line to take. Going into the chicane, you just lose all kinds of time and the drive out of there. But can Jones make this work? I'm keeping an eye on the front. Edmondson is 6-7 tenths behind Garcia at the moment. Got Battiglin, who's just been overtaken by Celan as well. That's not been a good day for Bruno Battiglin at the moment. Oh man! Sorry, I will need to look at these automated messages. I need to set times on them and get it sorted. Sorry for the spamming. But Jones, we've got a 15-second penalty for Miazza. Let me just have a look and see what that is all about. So, I can't read that out. I can't read that out. Oh, dearie me. So, we've got a 15-second penalty for, looks like, Miazza. And we've got a 5-second penalty for car 22. Now, just having a look to see. Why can't I see car 22? Okay. Anyway, three-way battle going on. It looks like, I don't know if Salen's had an issue, but he's been passed by a few cars now. And you can see that he's got Van der Spee behind him as well. Let's go back to this, because this is just continuing. Brakstad is now 1.5 seconds behind. And Airy Fasttail has lost a position. Oh, Airy's lost 2 positions. He lost to Miazza, but he's also lost to Bataglan as well. Let's just see if we can see. Oh. So that seat is obviously causing issues for Airy. He'll be moving about every time he brakes. He'll be moving. He won't be able to stay consistent. It's horrible when you get a hardware issue like that. Jones still not quite able, and these GT4s don't generate as much turbulent air as the GT3s do because they don't have the same aero packs on them, so it doesn't give you as good a tow, unfortunately. But it looks like Wonder has lost places. Oh, jeez. There's a very slow Bentley there, but that was so close to being an issue. We've got a three-way battle. Bataglan, Airy Fasttail and George Stevens in the battle for P9. Poor Airy having to battle hard for that position back, and you can see George Stevens behind him as well. He's just looking to try and keep it clean and keep it tidy. And now we have got the pit windows open. We've got 25 minutes for the pit window. Now, who is going to go for the undercut and who is going to go for the overcut? Bearing in mind all cars must have fuel and tyres. I can't imagine what the tyre temperatures are like for Garcia and Edmondson. They are absolutely driving to their limit every single lap. It's almost like doing a qualifying lap every single time. Got a drive-through for Billy Stewart. That must be for track limits. That was generated by the game, so Billy Stewart's exceeded the 3 warnings you get for track limits. That's unfortunate, so it is. So yes, Hayden was mentioning TOGA simulation. So TOGA Motorsport is our main channel, but we have a simulation channel as well called TOGA Simulation. We'd love it if you go over there, have a look at the videos. If you're enjoying it, hit the subscribe button. If you watch a video and you like it, hit the like button. There are 3 at the moment, 3 series running on it. We've got 2 farming sim series, one in the northern map and one on the Greenwich map, and we've got an ATS, American Truck Sim, roleplay going as well. The 3 series are run by myself. It's myself and Hayden that are running this, and I use AI or voice changer to talk with different characters. So Billy Stewart coming into the pits now. We've got Callum Jones coming into the pits. He's decided he doesn't want to be stuck behind battling cars, so he's taking an early pit. Now, does this pay off for him? Who knows? We'll need to wait and see. So yes, so if you love simulation, if you love farming sim, if you love American Truck, if you love ETS2, all that, if you love role play series, please go and check us out on TOGA Simulation. Big bright green profile, can't miss it. Bruno Bataglan into the pits. Now I wonder if Bruno had some issues with damage that he's come in for, but he's certainly come in, I would say, early. I would normally aim to pit in the middle, and then if I do have damage, or if I'm a bit like Edmondson, I wouldn't be, but if I was stuck behind a car or racing a car and I couldn't get past, I would then pit early and do that. Thank you, Hayden, appreciate you. Hard on the brakes down here. These two, it's almost like it's settled into a rhythm. Now, you will have noticed that they have passed their first GT4 car. So, let's see, does any of the top 3 or 4 dive into the pits? Pure Samuel Braxad is now 3.7 seconds behind at the moment. Oh, there's a Bentley. Please get out of the way. Oh, no! Please. I don't know if he's on a controller or what's going on, but at least... Oh, no! Garcia's hit him! Oh! Oh, no! Garcia trying to get some kind of toe advantage going down there behind that big Bentley, and I don't know if they braked or came off the power, but straight into the back of the Bentley. He did try to avoid it. That has handed Edmondson the lead. Now, how much damage has that car got? Oh, that is the last thing Garcia needs at the moment. I know technically he can't win it just now. He would need Edmondson to basically not finish or finish last to be able to win this, but there doesn't look too much damage. It was maybe a fleeting glimpsing tap, but oh my goodness. You wouldn't expect a car to brake on the straight. Now that Bentley, I don't know, it was all over the place, so I don't know if that was controller driven. So Shoulders is in. Battaglan showing a yellow flag. Let's see what that was for. Was it under braking here? Oh. Right. I don't know if Bruno has had a disconnect. Oh no, there he is there. Right, for some reason it's showing... There, we're back with Battaglan. So it was Shoulders who had contact with Fran Garcia. So I don't know if they've just went back to the pits and said enough's enough, but that's what it certainly looks like at the moment. Drama in the final race of the championship. Now, look at Edmondson. I mean, behind Garcia, he was neck and neck with him, but he couldn't get past him. But look, he's now a second ahead of Garcia. Now, has Garcia's train of thought been rocked with that collision? Because that was a strange collision. That was not what you would expect to happen in any kind of racing. The Bentley pulled over, but it looked like it slowed down or braked, and it caused all kinds of issues. Now Edmondson is hoping GT4s are going to play a role here, and maybe not that they don't allow Garcia pass, but Garcia's a bit slower in getting past him. You can see it's already slowed Garcia down. He's now 1.2 seconds behind. Verhulst very, very close to Samuel Braxad. On the race down, Samuel now on the back foot. Instead of chasing Edmondson, his teammate is now looking in his mirrors for that white McLaren coming up behind him. Both very well matched. Brake. Oh, Samuel having to take an extra brake on the apex there. That doesn't look like it's harmed him too much. This is an epic battle as well. And there you go. So you can see the GT4 car just not in the way at the moment, but certainly is going to have to move at some point soon. Now, blue flags are not the same as Formula 1. You can see the flash of the lights there from Verhulst. Just ask him to stay wide. Now, the GT4s do not have to move out of the way technically. All they have to do is wait until it's a safe place. Now, if they're in the middle of a corner, they shouldn't move out of the corner. They wait till they go into a straight or a safe position to be able to move to allow the GT3 past. We do sometimes see bullying from the GT3s because they're racing each other. They don't want to be held up. They don't want to lose any time that they've gained. But at the moment, Verhulst not quite able to get back. But Garcia has brought the lead down to 5/10. Yeah, there was some kind of I don't know what it was, but it certainly glitched from Battaglan down to Shoulders and back again. Thank God he wasn't called Toes. It'd be toes and shoulders. So anyway, sorry, that was a terrible joke. These two are just not letting it go at all. I'm just having a look. Jones is out, and look, he's right behind that Porsche again. That Porsche that he was racing in the last one. He's looking for the inside line. He's looking to try and hang the car in there and hope that the Porsche doesn't take it. And Jones gets through. Jones up to P4, getting past Hannock. Now, I'm just having a look. There's not many GT3s who have pitted. Most of the GT4s have pitted. Moberg with that 5-second penalty that he will need to serve when he comes into the pits. But Jones 27 seconds behind Mass. Now, they three have to pit, so technically Jones is your out of position leader. Airy's gone. Oh no! Is that due to seat or due to server issue? Got a couple of disconnects, okay. That's horrible. It's not, unfortunately, it's not in our control. If there's an issue with the server, it's a provider that we need to contact for it. Edmondson and Peter Romeo are both into the pits. Both into the pits. That promotes Brakstad to P2, Verhulst to P3. Davide Mandolisi into the pits as well. 3 of them into the pits. Edmondson, you know, they're almost at halfway, thinking about his tyres maybe, not wanting to push used tyres more than he has to. Jones not able to get rid of Hannock right at this time. Lichten is 2 seconds behind these two. So again, this is, I'm not doing any math calculations because I could spend all night doing it and still not get it right. So I will not do that. Ollie is so much better at it than I am. George Stevens into the pits as well. Our top 5, Garcia, Brakstad, Verhulst, Vandenbroek, Miazza. Seelan is right behind Van der Sway just now. Bear in mind, these haven't pitted either. Miazza's got the 15-second penalty to deal with when he gets into the pits. Looks like George Stevens in the pits. I just saw that he went 0-0 there. A little bit of pressure for Van der Spue. Let's see if he's able to deal with that pressure. Everything's kind of eking out. It looks like, yeah, Shoulders is actually back out. So, I mean, fair play. You know, even when you're last, go back out and drive and learn things and take different lines. And you don't need to worry about, you know, being fast or passing people. Just take it as a learning thing. I don't know if he's on the controller. Like, if he's not on the controller, there's some kind of glitching going on with yeah, I don't know. Oh, we've got Sailing. Sailing has went off. Let's have a little look. Oh, he's got... Oh, so he actually had to slow down because Van der Sway had slowed, and that just caused oversteer under braking. Garcia is now in the pits. Brakstad in the pits. Vandenbroek in the pits. Let's see what happens. Edmondson, let's find out where he is at the moment. Just coming down to the start-finish line now. Garcia still in the pits. This looks like he's just off the jacks, but it looks like Edmondson is going to come back into P1, and it actually looks quite a gap. That is quite a gap that's been made. So either Garcia's had a bit of a slower stop, or Edmondson was absolutely on point with his pit stop. But almost 5 seconds between Edmondson and Garcia. That is not what Franz would have want at all. We've got Maas and the GT4 into the pits. So Wunder and Moberg technically first and second in GT4, but they are out of sync because they've still got the pits to do. Hannock is now 1.2 seconds behind Jones. So Callum Jones, as I say, technically our leader. If he stays this way, he's won the championship, the GT4 championship. And you can see Peter Romeo just going past. Callum is such a good racer, he is always aware. Verhulst now into the pits in P1. We've got Miazza, Van der Sway in front of Edmondson at the moment. They still have to pit, so out of sync slightly. We've got Seelan. Yeah, it looks like he's just come out of the pits, been overtaken. But Callum Jones, he's immense. He knows what cars are around him. Being GT4, he knows these GT3s are going to come up very quickly behind him. Always checking his mirrors. Going into a corner, he's able to let the car drift out slightly, let a GT3 pass, and straight back into that racing line again. We've got Hanek, who's got a 5-second penalty. Falero has got a 5-second as well, so they will be added onto their time at the end. Moberg and Miazza will serve theirs at the start finish. Let me have a little look and see. So car 78 has got a 5-second for collision with car 77. We've got car 223 has made collision with 176. So it's a 5-second penalty for 223. That's Garcia. So Garcia is going to have, by the looks of it, unless it's changed, I didn't even realise, that is a 5-second penalty. He's 5 seconds behind Edmondson at the moment, dropping nearly to 6. Samuel Brackstad is only 1.8 seconds behind Garcia. At this point, if Garcia is given that 5-second penalty, he very well could end up P4, P3 or P4. Depends on if Verhulst can bring real Brackstad in, then there is a great chance that Garcia could end up losing lots more points. Falero is coming into the pits at the moment. We've got a drive-through for Falero. That I wonder if that's speeding in the pits, or if that is for the track limits. That is Brackstad. Brackstad's yellow. Oh no! What has happened? Samuel Brackstad. What happened? Oh, he's... Oh. There's all kinds of server things going on just now. No, Samuel didn't just stop, did he? No. He's got going again. He's behind Peter Romeo, but something happened, so we are having a little bit of server issue tonight. There's nothing we can do about it at this point. It's out of our control. We don't run the servers. It's a provider that runs the servers. We can only apologise to the people who have had a disconnect. As you can see, I'm having issues with the replay function as well. So we now have Callum Jones. We've got Hanek. Sorry, we've got Wunder and Lichten. Sorry, we've got Wunder and Moberg in for the pits. So Callum Jones now in his rightful place of P1, 2 seconds ahead of Hanek, and we've got Lichten who is in P3, 2.5 seconds behind Hanek. Miazza and Van der Spee not pitting yet. They're obviously waiting. They've got 9 minutes left. Alright, okay. It's just, I don't know what's going on. As you've seen with the replay, Hayden, it was all over the place for some reason. It keeps kind of defaulting to shoulders in the Bentley as well. So I don't know if it's maybe an ACC thing. Fran Garcia is absolutely on fire. His best lap is a 1:43.9. His last lap was a 1:44.2. Edmondson was a 1:44.4. Van der Spee, he's into the pits. I just seen a yellow flag there. So Garcia is absolutely on form. He is trying to reel that back in. It'll be interesting if they come in, both of them come in, because I would like to know if it was a pit issue that caused this big gap, or is what it was. It would be really good to find out. Brackstad, looks like we've got Van der Spee now into the pits, sitting in the pits, so that then promotes Verhulst back to P4, Peter Romeo to P5, and Samuel Brackstad is very close to the back end of the Aston Martin of Peter Romeo. Looks like they're up for a good fight. Davide Mandalisi P7, Vandenbroek P8. I think Bruno Battiglin will probably take P9. George Stevens promoted to P10 possibly as well. It looks that way at the moment, but So Edmondson is still 28 seconds behind Miazza. Now Miazza is in a McLaren, so the top 4 are all McLarens. It doesn't look like Edmondson is able to actually make any ground, but Garcia is not able to make any ground either. We have, oh, that would have been some kind of ending. We've got rain coming in 30 minutes, but we've only got 19 and a half minutes left, so that isn't going to affect the race. That would have been some finish, but the track temperature's dropped slightly. It's dropped 2 degrees since the race start. That's interesting. I wonder if tyre pressures aren't optimum now because they were set for 33 degree centigrade rather than 31. Tyres a bit colder, maybe not working as well. So Miazza now into the pits. So we are back to Edmondson P1, Garcia P2. Verhulst will take over P3. Peter Romeo will be up into P4. Samuel Brackstad, he has had another issue. He's now 10 seconds behind Peter Romeo. Van der Spee with a yellow flag as well. Let's see what that was all about. Oh, just oversteer. Yeah, just oversteer. That is unlucky. That's cost him a bit of time. So, yeah, he's Van der Spee down in 12th at the moment. No change with the GT4s at the moment either. We're down to 20 drivers, so we've had 3 disconnects of some kind. Miazza coming out of the pits. He's got Lucas Lichten ahead of him at the moment. He will catch Lucas. He is 3 seconds behind George Stevens in P9 at the moment. George having a good race. Hopefully that's not a commentator's curse, George. I do apologise. George nicely into P9. Bruno Battigl in P8. Vandenbroek with his Lamborghini in P7. Davide and Mandalisi in P6, Samuel Brackstad P5, Peter Romeo P4, Verhulst in 3rd, Garcia in 2nd, now 6.1 seconds behind Edmondson, and Edmondson in P1. 17 and a half minutes left of this race. Let me know in the chats if you've enjoyed the multi-class this year. Do you think it was better than last year, or is this your first time seeing our multi-class? Let us know. We're always open to feedback as long as it's constructive. So the closest at the moment, we've got Davide Mandalisi, who's just behind Samuel Brackstad at the moment. 2 totally different cars, absolutely different cars, different behaviours, different ways of handling. Obviously the engines are in different places as well. So Davide trying to reel in Samuel Brackstad, trying to eye up that P5 behind Peter Romeo. Now let's remember that Davide and Peter were both in the rookie season a couple of seasons ago and were battling like cat and dog, and They were just so good drivers. They're so very good with safety as well as everything else. So, and you would have seen there, we are a silver partner on SimGrid. We are eking ever closer to being able to apply for gold membership. Gold membership will put us into the pot for prizes such as maybe wheels, wheelbases, rig stuff. We can bring that to our community, and it's because of our community on SimGrid and in Discord that we are able to do this. So we thank you all very much for that. We really do appreciate each and every one of you. I've just dropped my mouse. Unfortunately, not much change is going on anywhere. Edmondson has just popped a 143.9. Excuse me. His best is a 143.5, so he's answered Garcia's quickest lap. and he said, I'll see you and I'll take you for a 143.5 instead. 4/10 almost taken out of Garcia. Oh, hello, Schwebo. Big up the Discord. Yay, absolutely, Tippy. We have surpassed 2,000 members on Discord. We are over 3,500 subscribers on YouTube. The figures are just outstanding. We love it, absolutely love it. No matter how big we get, we will always have time for each and every single person. We're always answering questions in Discord. We're always trying to give advice if we can. If we don't know what that advice is, we'll seek out who it is that's best to get that advice. George Stevens coming under pressure now for that P9 with that Honda. He's got Miazza right behind him. Miazza under braking. They are just trying to get closer. Oh, George having to take a second bite at the brake. Oh, both going wide. I don't know if Miazza just was watching the back end of that Honda and followed him, but look how close. He's got a better drive here, so George really under pressure, keeping the car in the middle of the track at the moment. Miazza going on attacking, but George is he's just making sure he's keeping things clean. He doesn't want to run off or get a track warning, but I think it's only a matter of time before that McLaren is up alongside him, whether it's on the inside or the outside. George having to go defensive. This is the worst line you can have, because look at that, Miazza right on the back bumper, trying to get the cut back on it and leaving marks all over the road as he goes. Very, very cloudy here in Barcelona now, as George again trying to keep tidy, trying to hit the apexes, trying to hit his braking spots, but again a little bit defensive, I think is the word I would use. Not the optimum line, and that is leaving him with providing a tow all the way down that start finish straight. It's just where that McLaren is going to be able to get enough room, and look at it, and he's now under the tow, and you can actually see George having to go defensive and Miazza having to pull out. George defensive again, and Miazza on the inside. Miazza is going to take that position. P9 for Miazza. It was only a matter of time. I don't know if George's tyres have went a little bit, but yeah, that was a good pass by Miazza, who had obviously a penalty earlier on. Lucas Lichten is looking to get Hannock. Shoulders has not pitted. I don't even know if Shoulders is still driving. He is still driving. Unfortunately, he is not pitted. That's an issue. I don't know if Shoulders is maybe a new driver. I certainly haven't come across his name before. So if he is, you know, unfortunately it's a bit of a learning curve, but we all start from the same place. So it's not something to worry about at the moment. Oh, Garcia! Oh, Garcia's off the track! Oh, what has happened here? What has happened? Heavy braking, Audi staying wide, allowing him through. Oh, just oversteer. Oh, that is a heavy impact. And he now has Verhulst right beside him. Verhulst now going for this, and I think Garcia understands he is not in any position. Look at the damage to the McLaren. That is, he could end up falling quite far down places. Poor Fran Garcia is just not having a great race at all. So he's not. That is a horrible looking damaged McLaren that we see there. I don't know if he just took the line a little bit, unsettled the car when he maybe hit the grass on the apex as he was going past the Audi GT4, unsettled the car. When he's put the power back on, wheels have spun up, and he's ended up going exit stage right into the barrier. Closest man to anyone at the moment is Mr. Lichten, who is still trying to chase down this Porsche. Look at the damage on the Porsche. It has been in the battles today. Lucas just trying to eke himself up into second place. So again, this is all for championship. This is all going to go down to the last lap. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. GT4s is not finished until that checkered flag is flying. I think GT3s, we can probably say we know who is going to win this, barring any mechanical or disconnect issues that we wouldn't want to wish on anyone. So I'm actually seeing Hanek has got a 5-second penalty, which will be served at the end of the race, so they're not even technically racing each other. As such, Lucas could really do with getting past him at the moment. They're 5 seconds behind Callum Jones, and Lucas really needs to get past that Porsche as quickly as possible. So I'm just having a look. Hanek is 78, so that was from earlier on, where it was actually Hanek and Lucas Lichten who tangled, and Hanek ended up with the 5-second penalty for that. Still not seeing any penalty for Garcia for the contact with shoulders in the Bentley. I think I can't confirm because there's a on the spreadsheet. I'm getting a bit confused by the way I'm reading it, so I'm not going to put out something I don't know is 100% correct. Yeah, so Peter Romeo is catching Fran Garcia. He can see him. That gives him a bit more incentive. You feel as if you have like 5 horsepower more extra in the car when you can see your competitor ahead of you. Peter probably doesn't know about the damage to the McLaren. He probably doesn't know what's went on in a previous lap. But Peter is just driving his car the way he does, and he just is consistent in every way, shape and form. His main car is the Aston Martin. That's it in a nutshell. Can someone on YouTube check how many likes we have? Have we got 20 likes? If we don't have 20 likes, I will be upset. Peter now 1.5 seconds behind Garcia. That damage to the McLaren, it's affecting the aero, it's affecting the engine, it'll be affecting everything that's going on with the car. It just won't feel like the same car that Fran Garcia was battling for P1 earlier on in this race. And you can see Peter almost down to a second behind now. Just a matter of time, I think, unfortunately. Samuel Braxad 13 seconds behind. I don't think Samuel's going to catch Garcia unless he has an issue and off again. Edmondson 16 seconds ahead with Verhulst in P2. And Verhulst has kept himself in this race all the way through. He's just been consistent. He's not been getting involved in any issues or any incidents. And he is just driving as he is, and at the moment is sitting in P2. Well done to Verhulst. And it looks like poor Fran Garcia is a sitting duck here. I don't think there's much he can do about what's about to happen. That Aston Martin is just on the straight, I think, is just going to eat him up. Peter isn't somebody who's going to dive into a reckless overtake, but look how close he is. Peter knows he's got that advantage. Again, Peter might not know why the McLaren's not as quick, but look at this. All the way down, he's already got the toe. That Aston Martin powering its way down, and there we go. Peter going for the overtake. Fran, unfortunately, nothing can be done about it, and Peter given lots of room there as respect, and look at that, he's still able, even offline, to make that move work. Now Fran still, he's not flashing his lights. What's happened is when you press a brake after a certain amount of damage, your headlights flash, and trust me, when you're on a night race, it is not the best thing because you only see glimpses of where the track is. So he's not flashing Peter, it's just when he's braking that is the issue. Peter now 5 seconds behind Verhulst, and I think it's a little bit too late for him to be able to catch Verhulst. Celan has got an issue. Let's go back here. He's off. Is that the last sector? Certainly looks like it. He's braking. Oh, he's just ended up with oversteer under braking. And Vandersway, oh, it's going to say Vandersway did take that lead, but it looks like Celan's taking it back. Has Vandersway had an issue? I don't know what that was all about. They're miles apart. Let's have a look at, Hanek. So Lichten has managed to get past Hanek in that badly damaged Porsche. Oh, it's a stop go for Sealan. Wow. Okay. A stop go 10, so that's been issued. Oh, was that Peter Romeo going very sideways? That didn't look Peter Romeo as normal. So we've got Jones P1, Lichten P2, Hannock P3, Wonder P4. Absolutely outstanding race. We have 4.5 minutes, sorry. Peter under braking there, just catching that Porsche in the worst kind of way. Look at the size difference between the Aston and the Porsche. Aston just going round the outside. I'm sure Peter doesn't have very many track violations. Let me have a quick look at this spreadsheet and see what the... I'm not seeing a stop go. So I don't know what that's for. Let me have a little look again. So is number at 88. Yeah, I'm not seeing any stop go 10, but that must be steward related. The game does not give out stop go 10s. Peter Romeo is actually catching Verhulst by almost a second. He's now 2.5 seconds ahead of Garcia. Brackstad 9.5 seconds. Again, I don't think that's going to be enough, but poor Fran Garcia is this is a race he probably wants to forget very quickly. Miazza is catching Battaglan very quickly. And look at this. McLaren versus BMW. Battaglan been in the wars a bit today, but that car doesn't look to have too much damage on it. I don't know if he's repaired it when he's been in, but it looks like Miazza going very wide there. I don't think that'll be a warning for track limits. You can see a wee flash of the lights. Let's see how they fare on the start-finish straight and see. Oh, Battaglan looking a bit wide. Yeah, he's immediately into the inside line. That McLaren is just going to sit behind. And look, he's trying to break the toe already for Battaglan. Side by side as they go down here. I think, well, it's too close to call actually, because Bruno's still ahead. That McLaren not quite breaking through the air as quick, but they're going sideways into turn one. Oh, brakes having to go on, and Battaglan just makes that stick. The last of the brave, I think, is the best way of saying it. Van der Spray has got an issue. He's facing the wrong way. What's happened here? This is down to the chicane. Oh, he's hit the red sausage curb, which has unsettled the car and ended up there. But it looks like Miazza has now made that pass stick on Bruno Battaglan. Miazza up to P8. Sealan is now into the pits for his stop go, I would imagine. And Hannock is very, very close to the back of Lucas Lichten. Now, is this a challenge for P2? It certainly looks like it's on at the moment. I don't know what. Oh, Lucas getting a little bit unsettled on the sausage curbs there. GT4s can handle them a little bit better than GT3s can. But, yeah, I don't know if Lucas has had an issue, but this is a very close battle that we saw reversed just a few laps ago. The Porsche is quite heavily damaged, so I would say full speed, yeah. It doesn't look like he's actually gaining anything. He's losing a little bit of time. Got Mass, who has just went off somewhere in his Audi. Oh, he just gets wide, goes onto the grass. Oh, and then he gets completely spun. That is unfortunate. The leader is on the last lap. Let's follow Edmondson as he goes round here. Anders Edmondson, who has driven a phenomenal championship, he has kept, apart from one race, he has kept P1 every single time. For that to happen And I have to say, a lot of this grid have got fast drivers. You saw earlier on, first four, the top four in the GT3 were the 1 minute 44s. But we're sitting with a 143.5 from Edmondson. This is just outstanding. He's driven an amazing race. You could maybe say he had a bit of luck when Garcia had issues with the Bentley and then had issues getting past one of the GT4s, but you have to be consistent to be lucky, I think, is the way to look at it. If you're not consistent, then you're not going to be fast. So look, Edmondson, absolute Anders, you absolutely deserve to win this championship. Hats off to you, sir. You have driven amazingly in the 6 races that we've had in the multi-class, showing that McLaren, the Big Brain Racing, are a team to be warned of. We've got Samuel Brackstad, who's also in Big Brain Racing, and Samuel is not a slow driver in any way, shape and form, but this is going to be Anders just getting past a back marker of the GT3, and Porsche moves out beautifully to let him past. Anders just with a few corners left to take P1 and the glory of GT3 champion. He just looks like he's in the pocket, doesn't he? He just looks like he's so calm, so relaxed. He's driving in coordination with the car. He doesn't look like he's having to drive it hard or fight with it in corners. But here we go, Anders Edmondson, P1 and our GT3 champion. Congratulations, huge congratulations, well done Anders. Let's watch Callum Jones as he comes across the line, and Callum, what a race. Didn't all go to plan for him at the start, but certainly was close and he fought his way back. Callum, the winner of the GT4 championship in that beautiful pink Ginetta, as he's just taken the last couple of corners, driven immensely. Lucas Lichten, such an amazing runner-up. He has made sure Callum has fought for every single win and every single point in this championship. Callum Jones over the line for P1 of the GT4 and our winner of our GT4 competition championship. Even competition, I suppose it is a competition. Huge congratulations to everyone. Now I am just the obligatory donuts and everything else. Beautiful to see. So just coming out of that for the moment, because it then keeps my timing screen so we can see when people come into the comms box, I can actually see where they finished. A beautiful tip given to me by Zita. Any drivers, especially the winners of the championships, if you want to come into the interview waiting room, I'd be more than happy to speak to you, and any other drivers who happen to be there. I hope you have enjoyed this, because this for me has been absolutely amazing. So it has. I have thoroughly enjoyed. Right, while they're doing that, let me have a little look and see. Bear with me a second. I am going to do something. Where am I? Where am I? I sometimes wonder where I am. That's not what I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm trying to look for a specific link and it's not going very well for me. There we go. Davida, what a race. What an absolute race. I cannot believe it. I'm assuming this is in pounds. Let's hope this works. Oh no! Let me complain to Hayden. That's the same way of donating. Right, okay. I need to speak to Hayden. I was trying to get that £589 to £600, but unfortunately the link is not working. Right, let me see if I have anyone who'd like to chat to me. Well, I think we should speak with the winner of this GT3 championship first. Anders, a huge congratulations on becoming GT3 multi-class champion. How does it feel?
Thank you. It feels quite amazing. It's been a really good season for this one.
I have to say, your battle with Fran Garcia was just something else. Like, it just... How did you feel when you saw the Bentley incident? I mean, that was a bit bizarre with everything that was going on, but... And I don't want to say you took advantage, but you know, there was an opening for you. You had to take it. What was going through your mind when you saw that happening?
Yeah, I understood that he's going to have problems with the speed for the rest of the straight, so I just went for it straight away.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was just managing the tires behind him, and hopefully was going to jump in the pits. That was my strategy in the first place.
Well, it was an amazing strategy, and I was actually surprised to see you come in as quickly as you did. With that, was it always a plan kind of halfway, or were you just waiting to see what Fran was going to do?
No, when I overtook him, I started noticing that the tires started slipping a bit.
Yep.
So instead of just being out, losing that half second on lap, I went in instead, and I hoped he didn't do the pit lap after me. So
yeah,
that was a good strategy.
And I take it your pit was on point, because when Fran pitted, you ended up going past and having a 5-second gap between him and you. So I don't know if Fran had an issue with the pit stop, but that also helped give you a little bit of breathing space.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got a free track. That was my hope. I did see the track maps, and I was thinking, like, this is the lap to pit.
Yep.
The tire is going worse, and then I will probably be in free air when I get out of pits, and that was the correct thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you find your tyres were colder for the second part of the race? Because the temperature did go down, it obviously went overcast. Was that causing you any concern then?
No, it wasn't. I bumped it up 2 clicks before the pits. So
amazing.
Yeah, it was quite good for the whole race. I was just taking it easy when Garcia, I don't know what happened to him. But when I saw I had a huge gap, I was just taking it easy and managing the GT4s too. So
yeah, absolutely. Poor Fran overtook a GT4, but it looks like in turn 1 he's clipped the grass a little bit, and then when he's put the foot down, it's basically shot him off to the right hand side, straight into a barrier. The amount of damage that was on the car was unbelievable, and then he just started losing. He lost to Peter Romeo in the end as well. So it's been a horrible race for poor Fran, but you have driven an absolute outstanding championship. Apart from round 3, you have basically won every single race.
Yeah, it's been a really good one. I felt quite strong in this championship.
You have the ability to drive like not many people can. Like your lap times, your qualifying, I was actually concerned in you qualifying, because I wasn't sure you were actually going to make it into P1. There was a couple invalid laps, and then you got to P5, and then you absolutely just seemed to nail every corner to get that pole position.
Yeah, I know I had a pace. I haven't driven for a week, so I just have to be comfortable in the car again. to not drive for a week, jump into the car, and then set a qualifying lap with a 1:43, that is outstanding. And then to do it in the race as well, you had the fastest lap as well. So you've driven immensely. You haven't put a foot wrong. Just a huge congratulations. You will obviously get the little token name beside your name in Discord to show that you're the champion as well. So you get that until the next round of multi-class happens. But huge congratulations. Is there anyone you want to thank, or anyone that's kind of helped you along the way, whether it's support or otherwise?
Yeah, I just have to thank you guys for doing this championship. It's been a lot of fun, and my team guys for supporting me or being in chat while we were racing for Big Brain Racing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Samuel was driving well. Also, unfortunately, he didn't end up where he was. But yeah, absolutely. So, congratulations! It's amazing. I hope to see you in another championship, because I think you're just gonna end up winning again and again. I don't want to put pressure on you, but that's how I feel. I feel like you're on a trajectory upwards. So absolutely go and celebrate, have a cool down, and a huge congratulations again, Anders.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Take care, my friend.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, time to speak to Mr. Winner of GT4, Mr. Callum Jones. Good evening. Congratulations. That was a race and a half. I have to say I was concerned at one point when I saw you were down in P5 in the GT4. But obviously there was, people that hadn't pitted and things like that. Did you enjoy the race?
I did, considering it's one of my least favourite tracks.
Wow.
The first lap obviously didn't go to plan. Got overtaken by both the Lucases and the other McLaren as well. So I was down to P4 after the first lap. So had my work cut out a little bit from there. But I thought, do you know what? As soon as the pit window opens, I'll pit. See either that I'll get an undercut or force them to pit and go from there. And that worked quite well.
Yeah, because you went really quickly for your pit. I think you were one of the first to pit. And I think were you battling Hanak before you went into the pits?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was behind both the Lucases just before I pitted.
Yeah, and that obviously, did you come out in fresh air? I didn't quite see, unfortunately, you coming out of the pits.
I had three GT3s to deal with, I think, but they got by reasonably well.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. I mean, I have to echo what I said to Anders. You've driven a really good championship. You absolutely deserve to be our GT4 champion. How does it feel?
It's pretty cool, to be honest. It's my first ACC championship win, actually.
Wow!
So very happy with that.
And you've driven against pretty fast people. The two Lucas, I mean, they're not slow drivers, and they've obviously been on your heels every step of the way. And going into this last race, there was no guarantee who was going to win this. Did you feel a little bit more pressure in this race, knowing that you had to perform well to win this?
There was a little bit, but no more than usual. I put on myself, so
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We all do it, so we do. Have you got any other championships or any races that you're looking to sign up for?
I've signed up already for the Porsche Cup one
good.
that TOGA are running, so looking forward to that. Otherwise, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Do you enjoy the Porsche?
I do enjoy the Porsche Cup, yes. I've only driven it casually and mostly at Monza, but I'm sure I can learn it.
I'm sure you can. A man of your calibre will be able to jump into any car, I'm sure. Callum, is there anyone you want to thank or to mention for support?
Yeah, to be honest, I've come from PS5, so I've got a group of friends on there. Josh, Alfie, and Hyper, he goes by as PSN. Those three guys I practice with all the time, and they've helped me improve so much on this game. So yeah, it's thanks to those guys that I can perform as well as I do.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. And I'm sure you'll be able to do something similar for them when it comes for them to then progress to maybe the next stage. But absolutely, congratulations, Callum. You absolutely deserve to be our GT4 champion. Go and chill out now and let your body rest after that hour's battle.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mac. And I look forward to watching that race back.
Well, you actually feature more than we have in the past. The GT4s were pretty good for watching for battling, so you feature a few times, so you do.
Awesome.
Okay, take care of yourself, Callum.
And you, take care.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, we have got Mr. Samuel Brackstad with us. Good evening, Samuel. Oh, maybe we don't. Has he stepped?
Yeah.
There he is. How are you, Samuel?
Yeah, I'm great. Better.
You didn't have the best race in the world due to a few things going on, but how do you feel your race went?
Great in the start.
Yep.
Then, I don't know what happened, but my game froze for like 10 seconds.
Right, okay.
And did it 3 times.
It's interesting you say that because we had 3 disconnects, I think. I don't know what's going on. We'll obviously have a look at it and see if it was what the issue was in terms of that. So you've done well to continue after, because that must shake you as well. Like that freeze of the game, and then you're going round the track wondering if it's going to happen again, or are you going into a corner and you're not coming out of it because it freezes again? Was it a thing in the back of your head?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I can absolutely understand that. The start of your race was amazing. You kept on with Edmondson and Garcia for quite a while. It looked like you were basically waiting for one of them to something to happen, and then you can just take that place. But I was very impressed with how you managed to stay with them, because they were very, very fast, and you obviously qualified well. Your start, you seem to get a better start than Anders did.
Yeah, might have been quick on the throttle.
Yeah, whatever it was, because we rewatched the start of it, and the 3 of you going 3 wide into turn 1 was just wow, absolutely amazing. Are you racing on Saturday?
Yes, I am.
Wow, I've seen you in the practice server a couple of times. I've made sure I've not been anywhere near you because I don't want to get embarrassed with what times I'm doing. But I mean, you've been putting practice in. So, who is a Big Brain Racing you're racing with on Saturday then?
No, I'm actually racing with the TOGA esports team.
Oh, right, okay, excellent. While the team manager drives in my car, okay. I'll need to have a word with him about that. No, that's great. Are you looking forward to Saturday?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I just think it's going to be really exciting. Samuel, it's been great to see you in these championships, and I can't wait to see you in the next championship, because you just bring entertainment with you, and you can drive. You can drive. There's no doubt about it. So, is there anyone who's been supporting you that you'd like to shout out to, or anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Anders for being with me in all the races and giving me tips.
That's good, and it must be great to have someone like Anders to be able to lean on to get some information and things like that. So that's amazing. Right, Samuel, go and have a rest. I think you've earned it, and congratulations on coming in 5th overall in tonight's race. I hope you look at that as a positive and spring forward in the next championship.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. Take care, Samuel.
Thanks, you too. Bye. Right,
okay, we have 2 amigos left, and I don't know which one to take. I think it's only fair, since he got P3, let's bring Peter in first. Well, P3 at Barcelona, I mean, that must feel pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know how I get through P3. I have no clue.
Okay, do you want me to lie to you and say it was just down to your driving, or tell you what really happened?
No, I think it was more fortunate.
poor Fran Garcia ended up into the barrier at quite a high speed and ended up with lots of damage, and you just started reeling him in. You were sensible, and again I said that on the stream, you wouldn't put a send into a situation if you didn't know you could do it safely, and you just waited for the straight and powered past him. How was the race for you?
Not my best race. I was sometimes impatient to overtake some GT4s.
Okay.
Then I was losing time to Braxton and Edmondson.
Yep.
It was in front of me. I was catching up.
Yep.
I was quite a second behind them, and then I did some mistakes and was 5 seconds away.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah, it happens. And I mean, at the end of the day, Anders and Braxstad, Fran Garcia, even Verhulst, everyone has just been so quick. Even in the top 4 at one point of qualifying were all in the 144s. I mean, I would be lucky if I hit the GT4 times, never mind the GT3s. So, so obviously, how did you feel this championship went? Is this your first multi-class championship?
Yeah, it's my first. I think it's my first.
Yep. How
it's my first. Yep.
Did you enjoy it?
Very, very. I will sign up to the next right now. Where can I sign up?
I was going to say I'll speak to Hayden and get that done right away. I think, I don't know if you heard in driver briefing whether it might be GT2s and GT3s rather than GT3s and GT4s, so that would
be interesting.
That would be interesting. We obviously have saw in the 6-hour Red Bull race that it wasn't quite what we thought it was going to be, so yeah, it'll be interesting.
What makes me angry? What makes me angry is I got the time from P1 in training. I could do the same time, but when I do qualifying, I just can't get it.
I know, and you know, I've actually spoken to Owen about this because I'm like, how can I do this when I'm on my own in a single player mode? But when it comes to like doing it in a qualifying in a server, and he says there's actually a little bit of a difference when you're in the server to what you're doing single player. So yeah, that
I always train on the server. That's the problem.
Peter, I'm giving you excuses here. Take one of them. I've got a huge book of excuses. Trust me, I'll lend you it if you need it. Are you signed up for any other championships?
Yes, for the 2.4. But I'm not sure if I go with GT3 or with GT2.
Oh, interesting.
We'll see.
Have you got a particular GT2 car in mind?
Yeah, Maserati.
Oh, that's a very solid car.
And if I go to GT3, maybe I switch to the Fiat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We will see.
Wow, well, you heard it here first, a bit of an exclusive. So, yeah, 2.4, that's starting quite soon as well. That'll be good to watch. Yeah. Have you done a lot of endurance before?
Yeah, before just with our other community, we did a lot of endurance.
Oh, amazing!
Just endurance.
Yeah,
2-3 hours. It's not a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anyone you want to thank for your support, or somebody you want to mention?
Yep. I want to thank Coach Dave Delta. Just because with the setup from Jardia that new is in the setups, I got my best time ever.
Oh, that's amazing. You should actually.
It works perfectly.
Yeah, I have to say I've used some of Jardier's setups and they have been really good. Like you can jump in the car and actually push very quickly, whereas some setups you kind of have to feel your way around the track and wonder whether it's understeering or oversteering. So,
and then really don't say that to push Coach Dave. The setups are really good. They are really good.
They are. I use them. I actually went off them to start with when I first started ACC, purely down to I couldn't drive the car properly. But I went to Hymo and I found their setups were really good. But then I came back to Coach Dave and I thought, actually, these setups are really good. So, yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I think it can only be a benefit having the likes of Jardier setups as well. So, excellent. Right, Mr. Peter Romeo, it's been a pleasure commentating on you in this championship, and I look forward to the 2.4 and see how you do there.
I hope better.
The only way is up.
Exactly. Thank you for the stream. It was also a pleasure.
Oh, no problem, my friend. Thank you very much. Very kind.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, last but not least, let's speak to Mr. Davide Mandolise. Good evening. Oh, he's just... I was just going to say, he's just deafened himself so he can't hear me.
No.
So, P6. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That I assume that's not where you were expecting to be.
No, for this race in particular, well, if I have to be honest, for the whole season, but for this race in particular, I had so few practice laps that it's been good to be like P6.
That's
really great.
Absolutely.
Also, there was something with the BOP. In the practice server, I had -13, and in this official server for the race, I had +16 kilos. So I was lapping with 30 kilos more than I was.
Oh dear! I will feed that back to Mr. Hayden.
Yeah, that's not like I'm complaining about it.
No, but that is a big difference. That's like driving a different car. You can feel the difference. It's sluggish going in, you get understeer, and it's not the car you practice with. So I don't know if the practice was maybe LFM bop and then the race was pit skill. I don't know. I'll speak to Hayden about it.
Must be something like that.
Yeah.
Also, the BMW is not like the car for this track, so I was already like a little bit struggling, but
yeah, absolutely.
I'm happy.
We saw Bruno Battiglin, who was also in M4, having struggles at times as well. So, I mean, the McLarens were just night and day. They were just so far ahead of most of the other cars for that. So
I was cheering for Peter because he was the first one of the non-McLaren car, and he had a little bit of a problem in the first and second corner at the beginning of the race, the start, and I saw him getting pushed. I think I'm not really sure, so I'm not gonna go further into that. But then I let him pass and took care of the car he was fighting with, because I knew he was faster. I knew he was gonna fight for a potential podium, and it did end up in P3. So I was happy to make him pass and help him a little bit to achieve his.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Is this your first multi-class championship?
Actually, it's my second one.
All right,
I can't remember where I ended up in the season 2. But yeah, I was definitely slower.
Yeah. It is what it is at the end of the day, and not every track is suited to every car at the end of the day. And I mean, there were some fast drivers. You know, the top 4 were in the 144s qualifying at one point, and you know, Anders on race setup had a fastest lap of 143.5. You know, these guys are fast. You know, you could see they were stretching within the first lap. The top 4 or 5 were actually just pulling away from the rest of the pack. So, for you to say you're slower, I think it's just there's been more fast drivers come in this time, because there's been a few shocks where I thought that people would be higher up, but it's just down to the standard of driving. And I said that during the stream, the standard has been absolutely phenomenal from it. So obviously you're driving on Saturday. You're driving alongside myself in the M4.
Yeah, of course.
I'm really excited. So I have to say,
I'm really looking forward to it too. So.
I just wonder how many penalties we're going to end up with. I think at least one penalty every 5 or 10 laps is going to be. I just have that feeling. But it's an absolute.
We'll deal with it.
Exactly. Have you got any other championships in TOGA coming up that you've signed up for?
Actually, it's my first time finishing a championship in TOGA without being already signed up for others.
All right.
But I can say one thing.
Yeah.
TOGA esports.
Oh, so yes.
That's what I'm gonna say. Also, I've heard someone saying that they want to if I can make up my mind. They want to take part of the 2.4. So
yes.
maybe that could be something I could look for, and
absolutely.
Let's see.
Yeah, and obviously we heard someone mention maybe possibly a GT2. Would you consider a GT2 or would you stick to GT3?
I don't know, actually. In this moment, I don't know.
Yep. That's okay. You've got time to think about it and ponder. But I think the 2.4 is going to be really interesting, so it is. I don't think I've ever commentated on it, so this will be my first time doing commentary for it. So it's going to be good. But Davide, it's been a pleasure as always to talk to you. Do you have anyone you want to thank or anyone you want to shout out?
Of course, I want to thank obviously my brother Dario and Riccardo also, because I almost never speak about Riccardo, which is the other guy with which we opened up VM Technology. But thanks to him, we had sponsors today for the first time on the car.
Oh, amazing.
And we had sponsors before, but not on the car. And now we are involving also the virtual with this all this kind of stuff.
Wow.
Not only the real life motorbikes, and that's quite good.
That's amazing to get to the level where you are and have sponsors is just great. It gives you a bit of support that you might not get if you didn't have any sponsors. So that's amazing from that point of view. So go and chill out, have a bit of downtime. You deserve it, and I can't wait to race with you on Saturday.
Thank you, I will. I can't wait too.
Yep, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be off the chart. Can't wait. So I'll speak to you then, Davide. Take care.
Thank you. See you, Mark.
See you.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
There we go. It is done. It is dusted. Put a stick in me, I am done. It has been an absolutely awesome championship to commentate on. I have thoroughly enjoyed doing it. You'll see I'm probably looking tired, or more tired than I was earlier. But I do want to thank each and every one of you for the follows, for the likes, for subscribing, becoming a member, subscribing on Twitch. Anything you do to support us goes straight into the running costs so that we can continue to put these championships on and improve if we can on them. Don't forget, Saturday 10:45 AM GMT is when the stream starts. The race will probably start around about 11 o'clock in the morning, but we would love your support. So we would, even if you could donate a small amount, I don't care. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought of going through the process of paying for a donation, and you are helping somebody else's family who might not have been able to have that support before. So from me personally, but also from everyone at TOGA, thank you very much, and enjoy your evening, what's left of it, and I'll see you on Saturday. Bye bye.